Hey there guys, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Welcome to another week of cards this week. I'm going to be doing floral cards every day this week. And I'm so excited. So last Thursday, if you caught my little design tip video, I showed you how to put together patterns for a card. So I thought, heck, why don't I just go ahead and use one of the patterns that I showed you? Or grouping that I showed you. So one of the ones I showed you was this one. So this is 3 different sets, or designer series papers. This is the Bubble and Fizz, this is the Tutti Frutti, and this is the Petal Garden. So I've cut these all down. And I don't know the measurements offhand because they're different, but I will have the recipe, the link to the blog post where you can print the recipe. That's always in the description box down below. So I will have all the measurements for you there. But this is all going to adhere on the card base like this. But first I want to go ahead and get my coloring and die cutting out of the way. So I thought we would do that real quick. I am going to be making a wedding best wishes card. I'm going to be using the Petal Palette Suite. So it is 2 stamp sets. You get all of the sentiments and then you get these gorgeous hand-drawn stamps. I'm going to be using this stamp and the coordinating dies. And then I'm using the best wishes with the coordinating label framelit. So let's start with the stamping and the coloring. I'm going to go ahead and stamp up my flowers using Memento Tuxedo Black because I will be coloring using my Stampin' Blends. You see I have a square here. I will be cutting out a square out of, I almost said perfect plum, but that is most definitely Calypso Coral. Oh, my brain. You guys ever have those days where you're looking at something and you're like, that's absolutely not what I just said, but okay. So, and this isn't going to stamp perfectly because as you can see here on the stamp, it looks hand-drawn, so that's purposeful. So if you're somebody who's like, I need it to look perfect, just know that this is not one of those stamp sets. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. I like to use best wishes for a wedding card rather than congratulations. Plus, this card is actually for one of my really good friends. She and her husband eloped last year, and then they've been going through the immigration process because he is from England. And they are getting married or having their wedding in London in February. And he finally gets to move to the States. So this is how this is going to go on there. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and excuse me. I'm going to color some rhinestones using my dark Calypso Coral marker. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside to dry. I'm going to be coloring in my flower using the Rich Razzleberry and the Oud Olive markers. So I'm going to zoom you in. You'll have to forgive my nails. I have destroyed them. Trying to figure out how to do my own gel set builder stuff at home is turning out to be problematic, but it's okay. So I am just going to color. I'll fast forward through it and play some music and then we'll keep going. now, we can line this up. I'm going to bring in a thin piece of washi. I'm going to bring in a piece of washi for this. I'm going to run it on the back of my hand just so I don't rip the paper accidentally. Zoom out a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Trying to center that. Is a little more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Okay, get this lined up. You can see that's going to be a very, very, very faint border. So I'm going to run these through my Big Shot and I will be right back. So I cut out my floral, I cut out my sentiment, I cut out a square. Before I go much further, you already guessed it, Winka Stella, people, Winka Stella. And what's great is that it doesn't smear on the Stampin' Blends because they are alcohol based and Winka Stella is water based. So if you're going to go over just our Stampin' Up! Ink, it will move around. That's why it's so pretty to watercolor with it, and maybe I'll do that this week now that I'm saying it out loud. So let's go ahead and get this adhered. Again, I don't remember the measurements offhand. I think this is 1 3/8. But like I said, I will have it all in the recipe. I have Bella Notte from Lady and the Tramp stuck in my head. You guys remember that song? Notte. Maybe it's Noche. I don't know. It's in my head. That's all I know. Alright, I'm going to add this. This glue is just about out. If you could just give me a few more days, that would be great. Okay, then we'll add our strip. Cut off scissors. I need some scissors. Cut off the excess here. Is that straight? Something doesn't feel straight. I think it's straight. Next up, we're gonna pop up our square. Almost a sentiment. This is not a sentiment. This is a square. What's your favorite flower? I love, I have so many, but I love Stargazer lilies, but my favorite rose is sterling silver, which is actually purple. It's beautiful. I love calla lilies. I love peonies. I just love flowers. They're just so pretty. I love getting flowers, but I hate when they die. It makes me so sad. I don't like carnations. That was my one rule when Rob and I got together. I said, if you ever want to send me flowers, I don't want carnations. And he's like, why? I said, because that's what you send dead people. My grandmother always called those dead men's flowers, and I've stuck with it. Same reason why I don't like owls. She believed that owls were the bringers of death, and you know, you don't go against your grandma. She's been gone 20 years. You don't go against her. Don't matter. Not 20 years. 17 years? 17 years. Close enough. Close enough. I'm just popping everything up today, y'all. Pop it all up. If my bowl looks wet, it's because I was a dodo bird and put alcohol in it, so now it's really sticky. Don't do that. I don't know what I was thinking. And I think, where do I want the sentiment? I really don't want to lose my floral. Ooh, should I be a rebel and put it on the left side? I never do that. But I'm going to, so I'm going to need to stack dimensionals. So let's do these two. Misty, you're such a rebel. Rebel's my middle name, y'all. No, it's not. I'm a Taurus. We're not rebels. I've never met a Taurus that was a rebel. We are rule followers. Do I need one more layer? No, that's actually pretty good. And then last but not least, alright guys, I'm not going to put one on the eye. So that's it for the first card of this Floral Frenzy. Don't we have a stamp set called Floral Frenzy? I don't know what this week is going to be called. Floral Magic, crafting with florals, floral card making. Leave me a comment down below if you know what to call this week. Other than the best week ever. Alright guys, like I mentioned, I will have the recipe down below. Just click on the blog. The post that takes you to the blog. All supplies are listed down below as well. And don't forget, you could get all of these products in your starter kit if you're interested in becoming a demo. Even if you never want to sell it in your life, if you buy Stampin' Up! Products, you want to save 20 and then 25%, sign up. I promise you, it's worth it. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.